Have you seen all the Pirates movies?
No. It's
really?
really strange because I feel like I would like them.
Yeah.
I've tried to watch the first one 3 times.
Yeah.
I doze off every time.
So you've never even seen the first one?
I
Oh,
don't.
that's the best one.
No, and I don't typically fall asleep during movies.
Yeah.
Like, unless I'm tired, I start watching them at like 11.
Right.
But I don't know. For some reason, I just find that movie so boring.
Yeah.
And I hate to be that guy because everybody loves that movie.
Yeah.
And I don't like, every time someone loves it, I'm like, oh, fuck that movie.
Right,
And
right.
I don't know. It just didn't click with me for some reason. So because of that, I never saw the other ones because everybody said the other ones are not as good. So
Right.
why would I bother?
Right. Although the second one has Bill Nighy, or however you say his fucking name,
Yes.
as like Davy Jones with a big old octopus face. And I feel like there's a lot of fun novelty to just watching him be weird. How do you say his last name?
I have no idea.
Is it just Bill Nye, like the science guy?
Yes. Bill Nighy.
Yeah. Or Bill Knee-High, or like, I don't know.
Yes. Strawberry Knee-High.
Yes. Strawberry Fago. Going to the fucking Juggalos.
Juggalos.
Don't make me kill you over this tattoo, bitch. They did kill the guy, right? Or did they? No, they chopped his arm off.
His arm off.
Fucking what? Magnets. How do they work? Have you ever seen that?
No, I saw like a second of it.
That's all you really need to see, though.
Yeah, that's what I figured. The great Malenko's in your eye. That's right. I just dropped some great Malenko on you.
Wait, is that his name?
No, they're Shaggy, Too Dope, and Violent
Oh, that's
J.
right. Wait, what's Malenko?
That was like one of their like albums, like The Great Malenko.
Oh.
And it was like the song, The Great Malenko's in. I don't know why I'm singing it like they're Cypress Hill. The Great Malenko.
Cypress
The
Hill
Great
is actually
Malenko.
good.
Nah, they were in the beginning. Till every song was about hits from the bong. They got all like potty.
Yeah.
Potty. Oh, Jesus. They're potty. Potty with the potty
Too
mouth.
much of the marijuana talk.
Dude, by the way, did you see the Family Guy Simpsons?
No, but I heard it was good.
Yeah, it was pretty damn good.
Do you like Family Guy?
I do.
Do you like the Family Guy there?
I do.
The old Family Matters. That's my favorite.
Got any cheese? Starring the great Michael Jalleal White.
Shit. The jokes always come back.
They do.
What else running joke are we missing? I feel like we should
Shit,
just
man,
tag them all right now.
Yeah, we kind of killed that for a while.
Yeah, we did. Well, we got Dark Souls references.
Yeah, I gotta bring up Parappa.
Yeah.
Which I brought up Space. I feel like I brought up Space Channel 5. I feel like watching some of the videos, I bring that up a lot. I think that kind of replaced it. It just has to be a music game reference.
Right. What is Space Channel 5? A dance game?
Dude, God, I love that game.
What is it?
I feel like I played it for you or showed you. You're like walking around and you're like a reporter.
Yeah.
And the guys come up, they're like up, left, up, and you go up, left, up. That's
You
pretty
say
much
it or
No, you press the buttons.
Oh, okay.
But there's not like it's kind of hard because there's not like on-screen indicators like the other games. You
Oh,
just
I
have
see.
to know the rhythm.
I gotcha.
And then it mixes it up. Like you have to press like up A and up B and yeah.
So I have to admit, like, I don't like rhythm games.
Well, because you're bad at them.
Right. And that's definitely a big part of it.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess they're kind of making a comeback now.
Yeah.
But they were definitely like in like the PlayStation 1 days. I consider that like one of my favorite genres. Is like rhythm games.
Oh, come on. Fuck that. I'm coming after you, bitch.
He's talking like Kano.
Damn it.
No, you're not. Oh.
That's right. Come on.
Dude, jump in the haystack. Oh.
Oh, fuck you. Invulnerable to ranged.
just for no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like that about games like this. Or like every RPG where you spend like 10 hours mastering all these awesome spells, and you get to a boss and they just say, no, none of that stuff works on the boss,
Right.
just because it doesn't.
Right. No reason.
No.
That's right. You're going down.
That's one thing I liked a lot about Final Fantasy VIII.
Yeah.
Is when you were on the last boss, like I don't remember the details, but basically you have like this one had this one kind of spell
Yeah.
where all this random stuff could happen, and one of the things that could happen was you could be like invincible for like 20 turns.
Yeah.
And it like still worked on the last boss.
Right.
Which no games do that.
Right. Yeah. Well, one of the things that always sort of pissed me off, like playing WoW, was that like as you leveled up, you would get different like stuns and like silences and different stuff like that. And when you would engineer a raid boss, like none of that stuff ever works.
Right.
Like,
I just feel like I understand it has to be hard, but the boss has to be difficult. But I feel like there should be a better way to design the boss that they're challenging, but not in a way where it just turns off all your spells.
right. Like it wouldn't, I mean, you could still damage them obviously, but all your utility stuff, all the stuff that kind of made you interesting, sometimes they just like wouldn't let you do any of that.
Yeah.
But, and the other thing, okay, like, I don't want to harp on WoW, but one of the things that WoW ended up doing that like kind of turned me off after a while was, so when WoW first came out, there was like, you'd do these like 40-man raids.
Okay.
But because like it took 40 people to put it all together, the encounters themselves were actually really easy. Like there's basically like a big circle on the ground with fire in it. If you stood in that, you died, and if you didn't, you were fine.
Okay.
But then as the game matured and like you didn't need 40 people anymore, the raid sizes were like 15 to 20. They felt like they could make these like more interesting, involved boss fights. And for a while they did a really great job. There was like a lot of things going on, and you really had to manage, like, you know, if you were a healer, you had to know when to heal and when to like conserve your mana and all this other shit. And then they just completely jumped the shark, and it was like bosses did like 400 different things. And like there was 20 different ground effects that you had to stay out of. At the same time, you had to like run over here and grab this item to power you up so that you could do this. And then like it got so involved that if you even wanted to do a raid, you had to go watch all these YouTube videos first so that you knew what the boss was going to do before you even went in there.
Yeah.
And then you had to attempt him. Like there was this one guy that I was in this guild for a while. We were doing this one raid, and this boss, we tried this guy for like 4 weeks straight, like 2 nights a week for like 3 hours. That's a lot of time to just fail it up.
Yeah.
And then when we finally beat him, it was like sheer luck. And then the next week, so it resets every week. So you beat him, and then you can come back and beat him the next week. So the next week we come back and we still got the shit kicked out of us. It wasn't like we figured it out and then it was easy.
Yeah.
It was like, oh my god, it was such a fucking nightmare. Anyway, that's my WoW rant for the day.
And I remember too with like JRPGs especially, like there'd be a boss and he'd have like his signature attack that like in one fell swoop would cast like sleep and poison and petrify and make all of your fire spells nullified. Just in his one attack.
Right.
And then like he would do that as soon as you start getting your shit back, I'll do that attack again.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Freedom.
So supposedly I've heard that one of the things that people say about Final Fantasy is there's a lot of ways to like break it.
Yeah.
Like I guess because in those games enemies kind of power up, like level up with you, so you're not like destroying them.
Right.
But I guess the way that they designed that game was they only level up to how Squall levels up.
Oh yeah.
So if Squall dies and you just leave him dead, you can level up way past all the bad guys.
Oh my god. That's awesome. Well, do you remember the Did you have the Final Fantasy VII guidebook?
Yeah, I either borrowed yours or I had it. Because I remember looking through it a lot.
Because there was the other thing, which isn't exactly the same thing, but you could somehow use the menu system to cheat and give yourself infinite number of Phoenix Downs and
I remember that.
Other elixirs. But you had to go fight the little guys that had the bell.
Oh, yeah, dude, were the tone berries or whatever?
Tone berries, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, every now and then I just get this itch to play an old school JRPG.
Oh, dude, me too.
And I just can't. It's hard, and I can't decide which one to play. And then I'll think of one to play, but it'll be one on a system that I have packed up.
Right. And then you realize that you don't have 800 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. I almost started playing Final Fantasy VII this weekend.
I have it. I actually have it on my PSP.
Do you?
So yeah. So I do every now. If I go on a trip or something, I definitely screw around with it for a few hours.
Yeah. But my problem is it takes so long to get out of Midgard.
Yeah, and then if you don't play it for a year,
right,
you want to start over because it's been a year.
Right.
Yeah, so I think somebody made that joke one time. They're like, yeah, I've played the first 10 hours of Final Fantasy VII 20 times.
Right.
Yeah, Zelda games kind of have that problem.
Yeah.
Where you're in the beginning village for a super long time, and then if you don't play it for a while, you have to play that again.
Right.
And it takes so long to get out of that and just get your sword and play.
Right.
Yeah, I really wanted to play. I liked Final Fantasy X a lot.
Yeah.
And I really wanted. They did the HD remaster.
Yeah.
But I kind of am trying to hold off until I eventually get a Vita because I think that'd be a really good portable game.
Yeah. Oh, that never gets old. Hello, governor.
Yeah, I bought. There was a flash sale on a bunch of PlayStation 1 RPGs.
Yeah.
I bought Wild Arms and Legend of Dragoon and 2 other games for $1 a piece.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, when am I ever gonna find the time to play all those games?
But you gotta own them.
Yeah, I know. That's these console stores with their 99-cent sales are starting to turn into Steam effect.
It's
for console players,
right? And that's my big issue with Steam is is that same exact feeling of dude, I can't not own this for $1.50.
Yeah, I can't not own 3 PlayStation 1 JRPGs for $3.
Right. Never mind if I what if I do want to play Wild Arms? Now I have it, Yeah. You're never gonna play fucking Wild Arms.
And the thing is, and I thought I would play them because I can put them on my PSP as well. But then,
right.
but I don't. I also don't take the train to work currently.
Right.
And I go on road trips that I don't drive once a year, if that.
Right.
So when am I?
Right.
Because that's the thing. I'm an adult now. So when I go on road trips, a lot of times I'm driving.
Right.
It's not like I'm 10 and I'm in the back seat for the whole 20-hour trip.
Right.
So I'll play for 20 minutes a night in the hotel. For the 20 minutes before I fall asleep because I'm old.
Right. Or the 30 minutes in the bathroom.
Yeah.
I bought Final Fantasy Tactics on iOS for that reason.
Yeah, I had the PSP version of that too, and I was I was convinced I'm finally gonna learn this game and play it. No.
Right.
No.
That game is so fucking in depth.
I know. And I definitely didn't have the patience to learn it when I was 19.
Right.
I thought maybe I would now, but
right.
I don't know. I probably won't.
Yeah.
Any game that I can't learn within the game, that once I have to sit down and read the manual,
right.
I kind of just check out automatically. I'm kind of childish in that way, I guess.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say that's childish. I mean, it's just everybody likes different things. Some people like games where you have to it's a 400-hour slog and you have to really sink your teeth into it, and some people like a shorter game where you can play more, play more different games.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. You know what else I found lately? That I don't think I like racing games anymore.
Yeah, I very seldom. I liked Burnout.
Yeah. I like that one.
And then they came out with a Need for Speed Hot Pursuit that was basically exactly like Burnout.
Yeah.
That was pretty good too. But yeah, for the most part, no. And racing sims have gotten crazy out of hand anymore.
Right. They always was it Forza has always got some new Forza game coming out, and Gran Turismo is still what it is.
Yeah,
they don't.
It's kind of my problem with sports games. They don't really make arcadey ones anymore.
Right.
Set Mario Kart. I'm still on board with my Mario Kart. That's about all I got.
Yeah.
Yeah, Burnout Paradise is the last racing game I put any amount of time into, more than like an hour.
Right. I loved all the crashing in those games, though.
Yeah.
Like, wasn't there one that was just crashing?
Well, it was a downloadable game, and it was kind of like a top-down view, I think.
Yeah.
It was just all crashing. I never played that one.
Or wasn't there? Or is there like a certain mode in them or something?
Yeah, Paradise didn't have it, but like 2 and 3, I think both did. Just had like a crash mode. You just like bounced the car all through traffic and tried to chain it and keep the car moving.
Yeah.
And you could like direct it in the air. Yeah, that was fun.
So you played a little bit of Saints Row 3, right?
Yeah.
Did you get to the part where you kind of do that just as a person?
No, I wanted to because you were telling me about it.
Yeah, you just like you see how much insurance money you can rack up by getting the shit kicked out of you like in traffic.
Well, dude, there was a game. I think it was for PlayStation 3. It was just called Pain. And that was the entire game. Was like it was just like a guy with like ragdoll physics on him. And you just like flung him into like the city.
That's
and
awesome.
He just bounced all around.
Oh, that's awesome. So did you see like they're making another Saints Row game?
And it's like takes place in hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, I guess from what I was reading, based on the trajectory of the series, like, isn't the world like not a thing anymore? Like, didn't they like end the world?
Pretty much.
So they have to, if they want to keep any kind of canon, I guess they kind of had to go somewhere.
Dude, I have a feeling though Saints Row doesn't give a fuck about canon.
No, it doesn't.
Like, yeah. I don't know what to make of that anymore. It's getting so. Like, Saints Row 4 was already so ridiculous.
Well, they kind of got into the problem that God of War had, is that each one was expected to top itself.
Right.
And by God of War 3, you're, like, climbing across, like, colossuses the size of planets and, like, killing God himself. It's like, where do you go from there?
Right.
So then they did this weird-ass, like, prequel that was, like, stripped down Kratos that, like, nobody liked that much.
Right.
Well,
so was that before he was God of War then?
Yeah.
Because doesn't he, like, kill Ares and become the God of War in the first one?
Yeah.
And then what happens after that? Because I've only played
it just
the first
escalates, and he kills more gods, and you eventually have to take on Zeus, and
okay.
Yeah, in each game, like, you're just fighting huger and huger bosses.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, like the size of like a crumb.
Yeah.
Like how big the boss is.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah. And then, and Halo had the same problem. Like, Master Chief becomes such a badass.
Right.
He was like taking down like 5 tanks at once, and they're like, well, we kind of have to tone this down eventually. We can't keep upping the stakes on this.
Right.
So that's kind of why they did like ODST, and then like Halo Reach was a prequel. And
right. Well, now I guess like it sounds like they've kind of ended
like Master Chief's like saga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're gonna do something different, which
Yeah.
I don't even know what is Halo without Master Chief though.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, and that's since it's not Bungie, you don't know if it's gonna be as good.
Right.
I just don't know.
Although supposedly Halo 4 was really good.
That was still Bungie, I think.
No.
It wasn't?
That was 343.
Oh, it was Halo Reach that was Bungie's last game.
Yeah.
Okay, that's right. That's right.
Hey, but Destiny's Bungie.
Yeah.